When I tell people that I lived in a motel for 17 years, they often don't believe me. My parents immigrated here 45 years ago to give us a better life. With $7 in their pocket, broken English, and zero education, they found an honest way to make a living. There's actually many of us that grew up this way. They cleaned rooms, they managed hotels, and then they bought some motels. I can't believe I actually used to be embarrassed about the way that I did live, because this makes me who I am. Until very recently, my mom was still waking up at night, giving rooms, sometimes making rooms. So a month ago, they recently moved out of the motel. As we get older, so do our parents, and honestly, what more do we need than more time with them? Things that kept me up at night were them not having proper security and not resting appropriately, so I wanted to change this. And I haven't lived near my parents for 20 years, so childcare is going to be great, and also fresh Indian food. When I look back at how my childhood was, sure, we studied for the ACTs while the doorbell was ringing and the phone was going off the hook. We wrote valedictorian speeches while somebody was getting upset about the motel room.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So in today's video, we're looking at people who actually lived in a hotel, motel, just to save rent. And I'm here wondering how much really do they pay for them to be able to live in a hotel to save money? Like, do you kind of save more living in a hotel than renting an apartment? Okay, so let's take a look at some of these videos, then we'll come back and we'll talk more about it. Okay.
Did you guys see this? CNBC just came out with an article stating the income a family of four needs to live comfortably in every U.S. state. And trust me, these numbers are going to shock you. Now, everybody's idea of comfortable is a little bit different, but the way that they do it is they use the 50-30-20 rule, meaning 50% of your income is used towards housing and utilities, 30% is for discretionary purposes, and 20% is for savings or investments. All right, so most of you are probably thinking, oh, it's got to be California, or it's got to be New York, it's got to be Hawaii being all the way out in the middle of the ocean. Nope, nah. Neither of those. It's Massachusetts with a whopping $301,184 a year. And even looking at the least expensive state to raise a family, you have Mississippi with $177,798. What? Looking at my state, Maryland, you have to make $240,000 a year to have a family of four live comfortably. That's a lot of money. So if you don't make about $200,000 a year or more as a family of four, chances are you're not living comfortably. What do you think about that? Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think.
$200,000 a year. That's a lot of money just to live comfortably. Okay, I love me my Africa. Right? That's a lot of money, you guys. Okay.
Come with me for a typical morning living full-time in a hotel. So after I walk the dog, I make my way into the free breakfast buffet area. Now the spread here is pretty good, but it's the exact same food every single day, but I really don't mind. I end up taking it back to the room and jazzing it up there anyway. But my husband and I are trying to save money to pay off some debt. So any way that we can save money, we try to exploit, and that is including getting some food from here, taking it back to our room to cut our expenses on grocery bills. So once I get back to the room, stick with me now. I actually pop this into the fridge because I'm going to have it for lunch later. I actually start every single morning with a protein shake. So I'm going to use my Lisa Frank Blend Jet, which I love because I'm a 90s kid and Lisa Frank is part of my identity. And I'm going to use this Angry Mills caffeine, which tastes so amazing, but it'll give me that boost that your girl needs this morning. And then while my stomach settles, I'm going to go ahead and clean up the hotel room because I have ADHD, and if I don't start out with this, then I end up squirreling all day and I don't get anything done. And then I'm going to go ahead and head to the gym, and then when I get back, I will work on my social media stuff. So if you're actually following me to see my journey in this process or any tips, just give me a heart and follow for more.
Wow, I didn't really know that people can stay in a hotel and live their normal life, okay? Like stay very comfortable living in a hotel. And like she said, they're trying to pay up some debt. And that means it's not so expensive for them to be living in a hotel to utilize that moment to pay off debts. That means it's not so expensive, right? So let's go check out the cost of really living in that place, how much is spending living in that hotel, because me, I'm curious. I really want to know how much they spend living in that particular place, and cost of living generally, how much they spend, if that is better than renting an apartment. I'm sure you guys also want to know. Let's go watch this video.
Does it cost a lot living in a hotel full-time? And the answer is, it depends. So there's many things that factor the cost of living in a hotel full-time, and the biggest factor is going to be location, location, location. Now, if you're in a big metro area, the cost may be a little bit higher, but if you were in more of a downtown area, not the higher end areas, there may be some suburbs that actually have hotels that are made for long term so that you can rent them out on a monthly or weekly basis. And those costs are factored all in with bills and utilities and everything. Now, they may seem upfront like they're going to be a little bit higher in costs, but again, once you factor the fact that you don't have any bills like water or electricity, it actually isn't too awfully bad. Now, the rooms are going to be smaller, you're going to be crowded, parking's going to be crappy, but it'll get you by. And it may not be for everybody, but that's okay. Now, to stay in suites like I do, they can range. I've had it to where we've stayed in suites that were about $75 a night. And then I've been in some that have been $250 a night. Again, my husband's job pays for us to stay in these hotels. We do not pay for them. And all of our bills and everything is included. So it is a massive savings for us. I understand that a lot of people don't have these jobs that are able to give them this, but there are actually options out there where you can. You don't have to be an insurance adjuster like my husband. You don't have to travel like my husband. There are actually hotels, there are cabins, there are campgrounds that will actually hire you, pay you a wage, and give you a place to stay on a discounted or a free rent. Now, there are several places that you can go to look for these jobs, like CoolWorks, WorkCamping.com, and there's tons out there. So don't let it deter you. There is always an option to get out there and get free or cheap housing and get money. Just a thought.
Oh, that's good. When I heard $75 per night or $250 per night at some places, I was like, this is already freaking expensive, right? I was already saying this is expensive until she had to mention that her husband just pay for it. Okay, that makes sense a lot for me right now, because if my husband job pays for us to live in a hotel, trust me, I'm going to live in a hotel where I have to clean my house and do all of those jobs, all those chores and all of that. I don't have to do a lot of things. I would prefer living in that hotel, right? So that's her own story, right? That's really amazing if they have to pay for them, okay, and that will help them to save more money, right? So let's go check out this next video, then we'll come back and we'll talk more about it.
3 reasons of why I love living in a hotel. Hi, my name is Katrina and I'm a mom of 6. My boyfriend and I live in an extended stay premium. In case you're wondering why we're in a hotel in the first place, it's because my boyfriend got a transfer and we didn't have enough time to choose a apartment or a house. So we moved into the extended stay premium until we decide our next step. And right now, we're very content. The 3 reasons why we love living in the hotel. First is we have weekly housekeeping. They come in once a week and change out the beddings for us, clean out the tub and toilet, and anything else that I had forgotten. They are an amazing staff on top of that. Another reason I love staying at this hotel. The managers are very much on top of safety. They pay attention to their cameras and their surroundings. A third reason I love about my hotel is the pool and the gym. It's right at our fingertips and is a great outlet for us. I have tons more reasons, and if you want to know, just comment below. Have a beautiful Wednesday.
Great, another interesting story. Okay, so the husband got a transfer, that's why they had to live in a hotel, and she shared so many reasons why she loved the hotel where they stayed. Security is very, very, very apt. Okay, if you're choosing to stay anywhere, you have to choose security first. You have to look at the security there before you make that decision. Then the weekly housekeeping, that's amazing. They have to come like a day in a week. That makes a lot of sense, but I wish they can come 3 times a week. Okay, but that's not bad at all. Okay, so I think I love this, but you guys, let me know what you think, right? Would you ever think of living in a hotel instead of living in a normal apartment? What's your take on this topic today? in as much as I love living in a hotel, but I just feel that there's this comfort you get living in your own apartment, right? But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I'll be here to read from you. Let's have that conversation. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so more people can see it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on my next video. Bye guys.